Hi guys, and welcome back to the JAT Radio Podcast, episode 159. I'm your hostess, the mostest, Muffa Urban, and Devon.
Tis I.
I got a Devon.
It's just the two of us.
Is this the Blanket Buddy podcast? We're cold.
Yep. We are cold.
Blanket buddies.
Blanket buddies.
And because Blanket buddies, on the topic of blanket buddies.
Yes.
Tassels or no tassels?
Tassels? Or no tassels?
Yeah, like the little, like the little
on
tassels on
blankets?
On bankies. Yeah, tassel or no tassel. I'm a no tassel person.
I'm also a no
I will
tassel
eat the
person.
tassel.
Because
I'll like chew and eat
they're
them.
just like. I feel like usually they're made out of an uncomfortable material compared to the rest of the blanket, and they just kind of. They don't provide cover, which is what I require a blanket to do. They just kind of flop, and usually they're just like when I have the blanket wrapped around me, they're like tickling. They're like they're like that. They tickle the underside of my face.
You got a beard there. That's what it's for.
Yeah, but this is the last time I had a blanket with tassels. I did not have a beard because I was a child.
This is fair. I have found one blanketed tasseled blanket
Tassel
where
blanket.
like tassel blanket.
Tasselvania.
Like I understand. I can't do Photoshop. I can't turn Castlevania Castle into a tassel. I can't do
yeah,
that.
but you know who could? McBride.
Brad. You know who else could? Richard. Richard!
Richard! I don't know who Richard is.
Richard! Richard's our non-existent intern.
Right. But you'll have to talk to McBride about that because that's too good of an opportunity to let waste.
Oh god. Note self, we need to message McBride and tell him he needs to turn Castlevania Tower into a tassel. But like, there was, because Indigo always does those blankets for sale every Christmas and every year. And some of them times they have them like just openly in the store. But you can just pick them up. It doesn't happen very often. But like you could, sometimes you can.
Oh yeah.
And there was one that did have tassels. But they were nice.
Oh, were they like
they weren't
good,
like the nest.
They were some good
They
stuff?
weren't that nasty, scratchy one. It was blanket material. It was like just woven blanket material.
Ooh.
Like it was actually nice. Did not provide cover. Was decorative.
Yeah. That's the thing is they're
But
generally
it was
just decorative things. I'm just like if I prefer a blanket to be a solid strip with no little
This
dangly
blanket-
bits at the end.
I am sad. I don't know where it is, but the taco shell does have a hole in it now.
No.
It's like a little finger
Not
hole
the
somewhere.
taco blanket.
The burrito wrap has a hole in it now. It's like literally like a little tiny hole.
Granted.
And how old is it?
That's a question only you can answer, I'm afraid.
No, Chris bought it.
Hey, babe.
What?
Chris is playing Baldur's Gate, trying not to speak too
Of course.
Coughing really
And
hard,
die.
rough right now.
much. Yeah. It's pretty rough. When did you get the burrito blanket for Kyra? It was a while ago. Quite a while ago.
A while ago. It was the day I was
Might
super
have
drunk
been-
and I
it was
became a
Christmas
Corito.
present, I believe.
Yes.
It was a Christmas present.
Not last year, so at least the year before.
Yeah. So at least
Probably.
2
So it is-
years, if not longer.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been in
think it was
2020
longer.
because we were very, very careful about that. Probably 2021. Or like the end of 2020.
I think it might have
early
been.
I think it was 2021.
I think it was 2019, honestly.
Or something like that. Because it was in the middle of the D&D campaign.
Okay, so it was in the middle of the D&D campaign,
'Cause I made
so
the- I
it
made
couldn't
the
have been
Kirito
2019.
comment.
This is true. Because I just remember the taco blanket came from I was drunk on my
I could be
birthday
wrong.
and I couldn't remember how blankets work, so I became a
Actually, I
Corito.
wonder-
Do you still have the receipt? Do
Maybe
we have
do.
evidence?
Maybe
of
we have evidence.
How long ago? Because I swear I had the taco blanket through COVID.
Because I wonder if I ever.
That's why I think it was 2019.
Because that would be an emphasis of when it happened.
Yeah, it would be. Because I thought it was during the other D&D campaign with Pippi.
Oh,
Is
wait,
when it was
actually,
bought.
I know how I can find out. I look on Amazon.
Oh. Yeah, that works.
Just look at my purchases.
Amazon up. Keisha, we've been through this. If you're gonna vomit, go vomit on the tile.
Hold on.
Keisha. I'm not cleaning out vomit out of the bowl again. It was not okay. Thank you.
Last purchase, actually, it wasn't Christmas. It was birthday. August 7th.
It was my
2020 is when I
birthday.
purchased it.
August when?
August 7th, 2020 is when I purchased it. So it was a birthday present in.
2020.
It was 2020.
So it was COVID. Or at least like
It
the
was
height
COVID.
of COVID.
It's height of COVID, and it was my birthday. It was bought on my birthday.
It was a birthday
Birthday
Birthday burrito.
burrito.
Birthday
I'm gonna stop
burrito.
talking now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, go die. Go die in Baldur's Gate and in real life, coughing.
I had a funny experience with Baldur's Gate yesterday.
Funny.
Okay, let's hear.
Have you finished a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3?
No.
How far have you gotten?
I haven't progressed. I'm in the deep dark.
Oh. You're in the Underdark still.
Yeah. I haven't done anything in Baldur's Gate, guys.
It's just,
I've
I
played
look
it.
over and Chris is just like... there is a boss fight towards the end of Act 3. And I got through it on my first playthrough, no problem. Because I'm on my second playthrough right now. On my first playthrough on the PlayStation. Second overall. The boss fight on PC in my first playthrough went no problem. It was pretty easy.
Second time around.
Second time around, they must have patched it because like there was just more stuff happening. Granted, I was also playing on a higher difficulty setting. Wait, actually, no, I wasn't.
It
I was
might have been
also-
the higher
I
difficulty
was playing
setting.
on tactical both times. Anyway, regardless,
Not tactics, balanced.
Balance.
Tactician is harder.
Tactician is harder. Yes, I don't. So, I finished the boss fight finally. It's my second try because fights in Baldur's Gate take a while.
Just like D&D.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like 2 hours of doing this boss fight. Not quite. It was maybe like an hour and a half. I get through it. I loot the corpse, and in the middle of grabbing something, the game crashes.
Oh no.
And I lost all the progress I made in that boss fight. It sent me right back to starting that boss fight. Because it literally, the process was so quick from ending the boss fight to getting the thing, and I forgot to fucking autosave. So I had to do the boss fight again earlier today. And I got through it, and I saved, and it's fine. But, oof.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, that's a good one.
That was actually, I didn't know it was going to be as good of an oof.
It was a good oof. Yeah, my problem with Baldur's Gate, which is why I cannot play Baldur's Gate. I keep trying and I'd be like, I'm bored. Besides the fact that I can't hold one topic for more than like 5 minutes half the time. And I've been hella busy. Because I've been working on the Christmas Advent still.
Oh god, yeah, Christmas is...
Yeah.
We're almost at the end of Halloween.
Christmas is coming.
Oh no.
Yeah. Christmas Advent is happening and I'm dealing with crazy lady upstairs, obviously, in my downtime as well.
Oh yeah, that must be fun.
I will tell a mini story about Crazy Lady in a moment. But what I want with Baldur's Gate is because my brain is treating it like D&D, and I don't want to control the whole party. I want to be a stupid idiot in the party and have people play with me. So I've got one person who's playing with me, but they're only available sometime on one day during the week, like for 2 hours, because they've got a very heavy job that gets really busy at Christmas because they're a hospital tech.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're the guy that goes in and fixes all the equipment for the hospitals, so it gets busy at the beginning and end of the year. And they're the owner of the company as well. So, like, if something goes wrong, they have to go fix it. He's got a 2-year-old, and he's in the middle of moving house. Like, the man's
That's
busy.
yeah. So that must.
But I want someone to play with.
Well,
Because I need someone to play with.
so you're
And
on
we're all
PC?
originally we were going to. Yeah, I'm on PC.
So you could play with Chris.
I could play with Chris, but we were all going to play together as one, so I was
Actually,
waiting
yeah,
for
that's
that.
true. We're all going to do that. We have to wait for crossplay to come out.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
I'm the
So-
odd man out here, in that I would have to use the PlayStation.
And the other fun thing is my brother, Vince, has completed multiple times and gained every single achievement in the game.
Damn.
Yeah. He's done nothing else. I think currently he's playing The Sims 4. He is playing The Sims 4 according to Discord. It's like, let me just look over.
Peak. Interesting.
Well, because it shows what game you're playing,
It
right?
does indeed.
And even though, because I've got the old Xbox One, we've got two Xbox Ones, because this one, we have a story about this as well. This thing over here there's a mystery going on.
I like mysteries.
I don't know what happened. But yeah, so we bought the newer Xbox One before the Xbox X was announced, because we couldn't play Xbox for a
Yeah.
while unless it was manually. So this horrible beast is the original launch for Xbox One, and he just turned himself on.
I heard that.
Good job, boy. Yep, good job, boy. So, the wireless connection is dead. If it is not plugged in manually with a remote and plugged in manually to
shit.
the internet, it does not work.
I have the exact same problem on my Xbox that I got refurbished. The stupid controller
is a problem.
will not connect wirelessly. Why does Xbox do this?
No, it's a known problem. That is something with the hardware of the launch Xbox. The newer ones do not have this problem. It's the launch Xbox has this problem.
I have this exact problem, and I have granted, it's a resold Xbox One X. And
it shouldn't have that problem.
Well, it does, because that
it might be something with the refurb. That might be either there's a connection problem with the controller, or when they refurbished it, they fucked it up.
The thing is, it did.
That's me.
That was creepy as fuck.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck happened?
Chris just whispers something, so I'm here with my headphones, and I just hear, just off in the distance.
Oh, don't do that. I've been playing Labyrinthine, and I'm gonna
That
cry.
was terrifying.
Oh, I said, just where's my mirror?
So.
Boy, the
God,
mirror.
where was I? That just threw me off
Xbox
my
refurbish.
rhythm. Right, yeah, because I got the Xbox, and I was playing. I had a couple games. Basically, I got the Xbox honestly for a really stupid reason, and now I'm kind of regretting it. I got it so that I could have a actual console that would play the original Red Dead Redemption, because back when I got it, they didn't have a version you could play on the PS4 for the PS5.
Foul.
PS4. That was
Foul.
so I played through. I found the refurbished Xbox One. Plus, and also I was like, maybe I could play like Halo and some other stuff.
Halo's always a
Halo's
good.
always
yeah,
Halo.
good get,
Like
I'm
I
gonna
played
say.
like the first Halo, Halo Reach, and I got about halfway through 2 when my brain decided to focus on other things. But so yeah, I got it, and I played Red Dead, and it was great, because also on the Xbox for some reason, like despite the fact that Red Dead Redemption the original was like a 10-year-plus-year-old game at this point, like a couple
It's
years
full
ago
price.
they were just like, we're gonna do a 4K upgrade on it, so it was just playing like a super nice quality, and I'm like, cool, be nice if
It was because of Redemption 2 got so popular
that makes sense
for so long,
Yeah.
so they did the update.
So, I got that, and then after I finished Red Dead and I played through a couple other games, off of the Xbox Game Pass, and then I was like, I need to save a little bit of money, so I got out of Xbox Game Pass. So I lost the majority of the games that I I had installed through Game Pass. So then I stopped using the Xbox for about a couple months, with the exception of the Dropout app, where you get like Dimension 20 and a bunch of all that other stuff. That was the only time. Those were the only times I would use the Xbox, because that was the only place I could find the Dropout app on my TV. It wasn't on PlayStation. It wasn't on the actual smart TV.
Good old Xbox.
Plus, also, the extra kick in the groin was in August. They announced, "Hey, we're bringing Red Dead to the PlayStation." I was like, "Oh." Now,
You played
and
it.
so
It's
this
fine.
is all. Granted, this is a game I've played a bajillion times on the PS3 because I love it. It's one of my favorite games. But of course, it's like not having automatic access to it was driving me insane. This is why I got the Xbox. So now I'm kind of stuck with this Xbox, and I don't have Game Pass. And Dropout, the app, is now on the smart TV. So I know I basically I have an Xbox, and I'm probably not going to use it very much, because now it would, because once I started it up, because we got back into Dropout, and didn't know it was on the TV at the time, so we hooked up the controller, and the controller just would not sync. It used to sync, and I was like, oh, is it a battery thing? Swap out new batteries. Still, it just would not connect.
Wow. So, this one has a lot of problems. As I said, this is a launch Xbox. And it's the special... The Xbox didn't do anything special for it, but it was the Assassin's Creed launch Xbox. So it has Assassin's Creed automatically installed in it. I think 4 and one of the other ones that I didn't care about. I cared about 4.
Oh, well, yeah, 4 is the
Unity.
Black Flags. That's the best one.
Black Flags. Now, a friend of mine who has been on the podcast gently has deemed my house is haunted by ghostfish. Ghostfish.
Ghostfish.
So the ghostfish. The house, the area I live in used to be an old abandoned riverbed, like actual riverbed underneath. So and occasionally it just smells like salmon outside. So ghostfish. Makes sense and really roundabout way. And yes, she filled my Minecraft house with ghost fish. Only black and white fish, all named Ghost. There's 50 fish in my house. I had a nice pond with a turtle and a frog, and now it's just fish. Thankfully, it was big enough to hold all those fish. And yes, she found my new house and also filled it with ghost fish if she could. Thankfully, there's no water in my new house. I made sure of that. So the Xbox, the on button is behind the microphone stand. Like, I have to work to hit it. Will randomly turn itself on.
Oh.
Like, I'll be there was a day I was standing in the doorway talking to my brother, and we both heard the noise, and I looked over, the Xbox had turned on. There was no cat. Like that one.
Kitty cat.
There was no cat. Hello, baby girl.
Kitty cat.
You want snuggles? You don't know. She's not sure if she wants snuggles yet. Oh.
Here we go. Is
You
it
want
snuggle
snuggles
time?
or not? It's because my legs up. She can't get by my leg. You want snuggles? You don't know? You still jealous of what happened when I walked home? I came home smelling like
was
another
it
cat.
the cat that you find on the road?
My dapper boy! Who is actually a lady, I found out. Alright. Yeah, so the Xbox randomly turns on. And I've known for a while the wireless receptor in it is gone. I even gave it to a friend who tried to fix it, and they're like, nope, you're gonna have to manually plug it in. There's no wireless receptor. So I have a wire for my lovely custom remote. Yes, I have a Mass Effect remote.
That's fine, you're allowed. Mass Effect's great.
It has my gamer tag on the back.
Nice.
So yeah. It also is the plug that charges my tablet for D&D. But yeah, so it's usually plugged in. But this wire also switches from the Xbox to the PC.
Oh.
So I'm sitting here, and I'm recording Mass Effect Andromeda.
Right.
Right? And it is very obvious. We have talked about it in the gaming channel. Go check out Andromeda. It's great. My remote drifts. So I just throughout it, I will slowly list the right. just slowly list. And it's the walking animation, so it's just, and it doesn't turn me, it just
Yeah.
moves me slightly to the right.
moves.
Really slowly. And sometimes it doesn't happen, and sometimes it's just really bad, and you'll just watch me go across the screen. It's like, where are you going? What are you
What are
doing?
you doing?
Why are you
done?
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
And then sometimes, like, the remote will randomly disconnect. So it was having a disconnecting moment, and it decided to spin me in circles really fast, and then it's like, remote connection disabled. I'm like, I noticed. Thank you,
Like,
Mass Effect.
Really? I had noticed.
And I was holding it, like, it was plugged in on the remote, and I just turned to go, like, jiggle the cord here, and I noticed there was no cord in there.
Oh.
I looked at my remote, and I looked at where the cord is supposed to go, and then I just slowly put my hand under my desk. I pulled the cord out of the PC, and I was just holding it, holding the remote, and going,
How? How do?
So the wireless receptor fixed itself after years. This broke when I worked at Walmart.
Oh, shit.
Because the guy I gave it to that was going to try and fix it was the security guard at Walmart at the time. And he was going to fix it if he could, but he couldn't because the receptor's dead. And I was like, you have been dead for almost 5 years. Why are you working now? So I just fully unplugged the remote and I have no disconnection issues anymore. And I'm like, why are you working now?
That is really weird.
Part of me wants to unplug the Ethernet cable just to see what happens, but also part of me doesn't
like
because
that's
it's a
probably
pain
not
and
a
a
good idea.
half to do. Well, also, like, it's wedged. Like, I've got the gate here that holds the snake cage, and to get the cord in, I had to put the plug through one of the holes in the frame to get into the Xbox. So, like, it's a pain in the ass to unplug.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So Gently has come to the conclusion, because I told them about this, that the ghostfish keep turning on my Xbox because they want to play too, but because my remote's sometimes plugged into the computer, they fixed my wireless reception. The ghostfish have fixed the Xbox.
I mean, hey, stranger things have happened.
Ghostfish. I see Chris has uploaded something and I'm really afraid to click it and see ghostfish.
Ghostfish?
Please. Go. I just see a picture uploaded and it better not be ghostfish. No, it's a text chat.
Something worse.
Is blood slurping considered cannibalism? The one on the left is so good because it looks like it just realizes actions have consequences. As in, if a drow consumes drow blood, or human consumes human blood, is that cannibalism, vampires aside? By definition, no. The practice of eating the flesh is one's own species. Blood is not flesh. Is mastication required for cannibalism? Probably not. If you blend up human, it's still cannibalism. And isn't that a quote? Yeah, I just read it out loud.
Kyra has read has read your post out loud for all of our podcast listeners to hear.
Thankfully, I did not read names.
I mean, yeah.
Not illegal in Canada.
Really? Oh, that's
No, we've been over that. It's
Oh,
not
this is
illegal.
the discussion
Cannibalism
that
is not
was
illegal in
illegal
Canada. It is
Yep.
frowned upon. Can't even hear it, but
Yep,
Chris knows what
is
I'm talking
exactly what
about.
we talked about. Is it kitty time?
Cannibalism is not illegal. Kitty time, kitty time, kitty time, kitty time. It's who is it?
It's a kitty.
It's that. I was like, that's a small one. It's Kiki. It's not a monster dog. Oh, hello, Kiki. Hi, Kiki. Oh, boo-boo. Oh, you get kisses.
Oh, she wants, yep.
Kisses. Bye, Kiki. Love you, bye.
Also, Boomy is fine.
Oh, yeah. So, what
So-
the fuck, man? I just randomly got a message about Vumi coming back from the vet with
Oh,
the sprained
yeah,
paw.
so Boomy, we think he either jumped off of the counter or he jumped off the fridge and didn't do it well. Because we heard him land on the ground, And like not like a bad landing, it just sounded like what he normally sounds like when he lands off a jump. But given how big of a boy he is, and we're looking at him, and he's he's moving a little bit slower, and Chris noticed a slight limp on one of his back legs. So we were a little concerned, and we're like, okay, if this doesn't go away by the end of by tomorrow, we should probably get in contact with the vet. So
Call the vet.
Obviously didn't go away, and he was just kind of not quite his normal self, even though he was still kind of up and about. So we sent it. We got a vet appointment. We got him there. Basically, he hadn't. I think whatever it was probably just a mild sprain. Like there was nothing terrible or anything.
Just a sprained paw.
So yeah, we just basically put him on painkillers for about 2 days, and then he was fine. Yeah, no, he's okay. He's a good boy.
Are you upset with me because I did that? I blew out her ear.
I mean,
you gonna lie down now?
Well, there she goes. There she sits.
You sit?
There she sits.
Oh, she cleaned it. She could lie down now. Oh, your baby. Oh, it's the baby. Just the baby. Bless you. Bless you, Miss
She's
Keisha.
sneezing.
Miss Keisha up here sneezing. Alright. So we got Boomy Spring Paw, we got the Blanket Buddies. Oh. Crazy lady story. Do we want a crazy lady
that's
story?
Something you're comfortable sharing.
I'm kind of fine. So I had some friends coming over to meet
The lemon.
the lemon. The lemon, who is not where I thought she was. She was in the bed last time I turned around. She's no longer in the bed. Actually, by the way, get back in the bed! Lemon? Lemon? Oh, she's deep sleeping. She's doing the dream twitches.
Oh, yeah. She's out. She's out for a while.
Yeah, quick reason I'm mad at Lemon is she's got, no fur on the sides of her elbows anymore.
Oh.
It's essentially like rug burn, but for hard floors, like you keep lying and rolling around on the hard floor.
Oh.
According to the vet, because we took her to it before. Like, we were very concerned about the sore on the side of her elbows. It's because she keeps lying on the floor, and it's like just rubbing it raw. Which is why I have the nice soft beds.
She won't go in it.
She just says the floor is also comfier. It is 5 degrees out. Why are you lying on the floor and not the nice warm bed?
Come on,
Fucking
Lemon.
weirdo.
Get your shit together.
God damn. It's cold. Again, she's got enough fat to keep her warm. It's enough fat. Yeah, so friends coming over to meet the lemon. And like 10 minutes before they get here, crazy lady come downstairs. Claiming she really wants to order a pizza. She doesn't know how. I will give it to her. She has disconnected every phone she ever owned. And now, there's no house phone upstairs. There's no cell phone upstairs. She's disconnected them all. She claims we disconnected them, but she made that call.
Why would she do that?
She called. She's crazy. She tried the house phone was having a bad reception one day, so she tried to take the house phone to Fido to get it fixed. The house phone is not through Fido. Fido don't do house phones.
Nope, they do not.
She tried to take the whole phone, like the dock and the phone that she had just ripped out of the wall, into her purse to Fido. It'd be crazy. So I'm like, okay, Grandma, I will order you a pizza. What kind of pizza you want? She won't tell me what kind of pizza she wants. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what kinds there are. I'm like, what do you want on a pizza? I don't want, like, lists all these things she doesn't want. I'm like, okay, what do you want? Do you want me to just get you a plain cheese pizza? No, it's got to have me. I'm like, do you want a pepperoni pizza then? Yes, I want a plain pepperoni pizza. I'm like, okay. Okay, was that hard? So I said, we'll take 1 hour, Grandma. 1 hour, and I will bring it to you when it's here, because I have people coming over. And I was going to order pizza anyway when they got here, so I just ordered the pizza now. So I ordered 4 pizzas.
Right.
Did I order 4 or 2? 4 pizzas. 1 for her. She wanted a whole pizza to herself.
Fair enough.
This woman eats
Oh.
2 slices, by the way. On a good day, she'll have 2 slices of pizza. She wants a whole pizza, though. Because she claims she hasn't eaten in 2 days. Mom sits and makes dinner for her.
Ah.
Every day. No matter what. And she has a yogurt with her pills in the morning. If she eats more, usually she'll start throwing it up. Which I'm pretty sure she needs the pizza. So 10 minutes later, she's coming down claiming the pizza's here. And I'm like, no, Grandma, my friends are here. They are here to see this. Like, I didn't know that. I'm like, I just told you. As I said, when the pizza is here, in 1 hour, I will bring you the pizza. And I'm old. I do pay at the door for the
Nice.
pizza still. Because I order directly from their website, and their website will not accept any credit card in this house.
Really?
No. I've tried so many times to input credit cards. They don't do debit through their website. They only do credit card through their website. And I even put a friend's credit card in there from work once. Does not accept it.
Okay. So yeah, you paid at the door.
Pan-
like we did
yeah,
in the
pay
olden
it
days.
Panago? In the old days, Panago, I don't know what your deal is with your website, but I need you to fix your credit card reader. Please. Calling you out, Panago. So the pizza gets here. I pay at the door. Guess who comes barging down the door and is trying to take the pizza before I paid it?
Yeah.
So she's trying to take all 4 pizzas. I'm like, no, Grandma. 1 is yours. The other ones are for me. I have bought them for my friends and I bought enough pizza so that my brother and parents could have some. I even made sure to get the veggie only because that's what Mom eats for pizza. Are you glaring at the cat? Is he being bad?
No, he's not being bad. He's just staring at me.
Okay.
Hi.
You had the cat is in front of the TV
The cat's
again.
behind the TV.
Oh, that's not just as bad.
Anyway, continue.
So I hand her pizza. And I take my 3 pizzas away. And 10 minutes later, guess who comes down the stairs? Claiming that I was just upstairs talking with her, and then she went to the bathroom and I was gone. And my friends are just staring at her and just like, and then she didn't know I had friends over. I'm like, yeah, yep, you didn't know. I didn't tell you. Yeah, sure, okay. You let them in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still trying. I don't think she ate that pizza. I think she had. I walked up there once and she was like doing the growly thing over the pizza, like, I need to eat it all, and I could see it though, and she had 1 slice. But she was guarding the pizza like her life depended on it. I was like, what are you doing to the pizza? Why are you just staring at it? I need to eat the pizza. It's for eating. Are you good,
Yes.
Devin?
The laptop is not
Devin, are
plugged
you-
in.
It was.
I still have some
no.
battery life left. It's just like, I should probably have that plugged in. So sorry,
You probably
I'm
should.
forcing Chris to do it.
Oh.
Oh, they're
Enough.
sick. And it sounds like they broke. There's a Chris. Oh, bye, Chris.
Oh, it's
Oh, Snowcloud did not like that. I don't know what up with her. The Snowcloud boop.
I'm
Snow cloud.
I gotta be careful because if I move the camera too far over, you're gonna have a light glare again.
Oh yeah, that was. I remember those days.
Well, the thing stopping the light glare now is actually this.
Oh, I see.
It's just a magnet with a tin can stuck
Hey,
to my
it works,
desk.
it works.
It's the cool slime before slime was cool. What is this? Smart Mass from Think Geek, which has been disbanded
Yes, it
since.
has.
I'm sad
Yeah.
about that still.
I mean, actually, no, they had some fairly helpful stuff. I remember back when I worked at EB.
Yeah, they had fun stuff, and I used to buy so many polos from them for work.
Oh, Kyra.
Oh, me.
On Netflix, there is an
Okay.
animated show called Captain Laserhawk.
Okay. This
It's-
sounds familiar. This sounds like
so
something I've
it is
seen.
Technically, it's called Captain Laserhawk: A Blood Dragon Remix, in reference to the famous DLC for Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon.
I was like, that's there
It
we
is
go.
Not really much to do with It's what it is, and it took me a while to figure out what it was. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but with Ubisoft characters crossed with cyberpunk.
Okay.
There
I'm
is an
entertained
assassin
already.
from Assassin's Creed, but he is a frog and he is French.
Fuck the French. But also,
yeah,
what?
I do not know where the concept for this came from,
What?
but also Rayman is in
Why?
it.
Is
I think
Rayman
so.
even Ubisoft? Because Rayman is the Rabbids, and Rabbids
The
is...
Rabbids also, because thing is, it's like,
Capcom?
oh, it's, because like for example, like Pagan Min from Far Cry 4, I think, shows up, but he's not exactly the
Yes,
same
Pagan.
as the Pagan Min from the game. He's like a little bit different.
Who is
Who is fantastic.
fantastic, and I miss him, and I want him back.
Like same thing with like basically any of the properties they use, it's like a weird Elseworlds version of that character.
So it's Alice in
Basically,
Wonderland.
but with cyberpunk and with a bunch of Ubisoft properties mixed in.
Huh.
You should probably watch it.
I'm gonna add that to my watch
I
list.
think you would be
I need to add
immensely
this to my watch
entertained by
list.
it. Because frankly, it's one of the strangest freaking shows I've ever seen. Yeah, it's
Fair. Fire. It sounds very what the fucky.
someone's apparently still on the Shadowfell.
Alrighty then. I'm just as confused, Chris. Don't worry.
So,
Captain Laser. What is the anime? You know how like when you mention something and you have something vividly in your mind and you know exactly what you're thinking of, but you don't
Yeah.
actually know. There's something there. What when you said Captain Laserhawk, and I know it's wrong, but I don't remember what it was called,
are you thinking
and
of
it's
like
bugging
Starhawk?
me now. Star.
So nothing to do with.
Starhawk.
It's
I don't
nothing
think
to
it
do
was
with
Starhawk.
Starhawk, I don't think. Because granted, I haven't finished it yet. The series.
Starhawk. It is not Starhawk. That is not what is in my brain. It is an anime in my brain, or a cartoon.
Oh,
Oh,
what are you thinking of?
oh, is it this? Let me. Is it this? Nope. It might be this. Is this an anime? No, it's not. So it's not this. That's Highwire. It's not anything of what I. Oh, there it is. Beautiful Joe.
I don't know what that is.
It was a weird show that aired on WB for kids, and I only watched like a episode because it was like in the weirdest
it
time
was like
slot
a Cyber
ever.
6 scenario. Which I'm realizing. Did you ever watch Cyber 6?
I watched all
when
of
I watched
Cyber 6.
Cyber 6, all 12,
All 12
episodes. When I watched Cyber 6, it played at. It was on
It
Teletoon
did play
at
at
night,
really weird times.
and it played at like 8 in the 8 at night. And we were always really confused because I'm like, there's nothing super adult about this show. Why are they playing it so late? And of course, I'm realizing now it's because the main character cross dresses. And it's like,
Oh, there's a lot worse than just the cross-dressing if you go back and watch that.
Yeah. There's also the not. There's
a lot of
the
shit
Nazi
going
kid.
on.
I remember the Nazi kid.
Who's a clone
right.
of the main villain.
And she has a panther with her that they never explain. Or
yeah, they do. Data 7 is her brother. Data 7 is Cyber 6's brother.
oh,
He died
wait,
and
they
was
did explain
put
that.
into a panther.
They didn't explain it very
Yeah, they did.
Because I remember seeing that episode
No,
and
they
still
didn't.
being like, elaborate, please. Which I'm assuming they were going to do.
I gotta think it was something where they only got they were only approved for one season, and the manga, which it was based off of, had to be
because I
cut
also
short.
hear that the manga is very adult.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best and I think it was like the first manga that came out of Argentina. Very good. I need to find a copy of it, and it's so hard to find a copy of it, even online,
I can imagine so.
because it's such an obscure... Lemon! She moved. She is semi-awake. She has rolled onto her tum-tum, not on her side. But I want to go back and watch that
It's
now.
all on
Cyber 6
YouTube.
was so good. It was so bad
Actually,
quality.
it's, from what I've found, it's generally fairly decent quality.
Okay, better than one the last time I found it then, because the last time I found it, like, we're talking, we're talking. Oh, here's the audio for the talking.
No, it's like you can find, I think, I wonder if I can look it up. If I look it up now, I wonder what I'll see.
Yeah, because you gotta think, since it is licensed, it's hard to find. Cyber 6, and I always accidentally type in Cyber 6 every time.
Oh, maybe it is no longer on the... There's...
Oh, okay, I'm wrong. This has been updated since the last one. The series received poorly in the US, and the releases of the series soundtrack and the continuation of the second season never came to be. It was cancelled due to conflicts between the production companies, as well as high production costs.
Yeah, because it was a good-looking show. Like, animation was really good.
It was... Mwah. Where can I watch Cyber 6? It's supposedly on Amazon Prime. There's no way it's on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, I swear I did find for a while, I found episodes on YouTube, but they're not there anymore. Huh, interesting. I'll have to go digging into Amazon Prime.
Cyber 6. Man, that soundtrack bopped.
That
Oh my god, how was it received? God damn you, America. It was probably because of its terrible showtime.
Because like I don't know if we caught reruns or we caught it when it was first airing.
I think when we were younger, it was already in rerun phase. Because I think when did the comic book came out in 91, and the animated series came out in 1999. So we would have been like 4. We were probably watching reruns. I think we were watching it at like 7.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. What now? I'm sorry. What now?
Explain.
The series was adapted into live-action television series.
What?
What now? We're looking. We're looking. We're googling. The Cyber 6 live-action television series is the first adaptation of the comic book series. It is loosely based on the comics, so it's not
So was the
true.
anime.
It debuted in Argentina in 1996. This is why we never saw it. What? This actually... There's only 2 images, and they look decent. Well,
Oh, this looks fascinating.
well, I know what we're doing later. I know what we're looking for
Yep.
later, Devon.
That looks really interesting. Anyway,
Well then,
we found
we
that.
found that. Last episode, we talked about Camp Blood and the fact that the really bad B college movie that I watched is a whole film series, and now we found out there's a
I'll
live
be
action
damned.
cybersex. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck, guys?
I mean,
look at this plethora of movie knowledge I have to watch now. Fuck.
I mean, like, what was it?
I don't
Oh
watch
God.
TV anymore.
So I'm trying to think now, because it's like we're nearing the end of October, so I have to think of a few more movies to watch during Halloween and in and around.
I need to watch of all, like, what, 9 Camp Bloods or something?
Oh, I guess you do.
I didn't even know this was a series that
'Cause
existed.
I watched earlier in the month. I watched Silence of the Lambs for the first time, which is a very good movie. It's so good.
So good.
It's so
So
well
good.
done.
I need to go back and actually finish watching Lecter. Because I never
the
finished watching
the
that.
series, the Hannibal Lecter show.
Yeah, I got through season 1 and then I just didn't watch season 2.
Actually, it's not technically what it would be. It would be quoted as a Halloween movie, but a very good movie to watch during Halloween would be the most recent Batman.
Batman. Actually,
The
I
Robert
liked that
Pattinson
one.
Oh,
The Robert
yeah.
Pattinson one.
No,
I did buy
honestly,
it. It's
I don't know if it's like a hot take or
Someone-
not. Best live action Batman movie. I'm not sure if he's my favorite overall Batman, but he's like up there. Yeah.
no, he's up there. I will admit, because I also watched the Flash
I'm
movie.
sorry. Because I also watched the Flash movie.
No. So I had one advantage, and this made the movie 100% funnier. So one, I already don't like the Flash.
Yeah.
I know that. I went with my dad for his birthday. That's what he wanted. He wanted to go see the Flash movie. I said okay. So he's a comic book nerd,
Right.
old comic books, and all the old DC comic books. So I got like little comic book snippets the whole time through the movie, and I'm like, I'm kind of here for this. It's like, I'm kind of here for this. Just occasionally, it's like, so they've already done this in the comic books, and this was a TV show once, in like one of the animated movies, they did it too. I'm like, I love this. He's like, it's called The Flashpoint, and they've done it a few times. And then he just says the whole route full. I'm like, this is more interesting than the movie. Minus Batman. I'm here for Batman. I liked that
was,
take on Batman.
Honestly, probably one of the saving graces of that movie was Michael Keaton.
Batman is Michael Keaton.
But don't
as
you
Batman.
love
I'm like,
how they killed him in like the dumbest? He's. I mean, I'm talking specifically. I guess
was
spoiler
horrible.
alert for the Flash movie. Like, I wasn't surprised that they were gonna it's. I feel like it's the tradition now. If you're gonna do some sort of like legacy thing, you gotta kill one of the old cast members. You gotta Han Solo it with someone. So I was like, they're probably gonna kill Michael Keaton, but I love when he's like he's flying through and there's the big Kryptonian ship, and he's like, I'm gonna ram it, and Flash is just like, wait, no, they have their shields up, and he just ignores them and does it and just blows up. It's hilarious. I did also love that they tried desperately. They tried so hard to try and tie the mess, the shit show that was the DC cinematic universe up to this point. They tried to make it all mean something, and it was just they brought back Michael Shannon, and every time Michael Shannon as Zod was on screen, he looked like he wanted to kill himself. He so did not want to be in that movie.
Definitely. The sad part is that Superman movie with Michael Shannon. Also went to go see that movie in theaters with my dad for his birthday.
Were you not?
Same time.
Because we also. Oh.
I didn't go with.
Yeah,
I did go
was
with you guys
remember
that time.
we all got out of Man of Steel, and we were just like, because like, granted, it wasn't my idea to drag like Jade and Victoria to Man of Steel, because I'm like, that's not gonna be something I think they'd be interested in. But it was one of our other friends' ideas. I think was like, we should go see Man of Steel. So I'm like, sure, because I had already seen it once.
That's what we used to do. We
Yeah,
used to see movies.
We should do that more often. It is harder now.
It's harder
We're all,
now.
Yeah, split off. But, yeah, no, generally, kitty cat. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Keaton was the saving grace of that movie, because it sure as fuck wasn't Ezra Miller. Like, I've never liked Ezra Miller as the Flash. And this movie just kind of cemented him, like, I really do not like Ezra Miller as the Flash.
No. But I will say there's one thing DC does that Marvel hasn't been able to do, in my opinion.
Well, DC at least is making
and that is
films that are interesting. They're just not always interesting for the right reasons.
That's true. They're also very good at their cartoon movies are still
I
fantastic.
swear Marvel just gave up on
Like,
doing good quality animated stuff. They just were just like, we're gonna outsource it to people who don't give a shit. Or maybe they do. I don't really know what's going on there. But like, I know the DC animated movies they're not always good, but they're at least putting out like a sizable amount of like not trash.
They're all decent. There's some actually really good ones, but they're all decent. But one thing I say DC can do that Marvel can't: have consistently good villains.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Like, granted, that's because 90% of them are Batman villains. But Batman
has a lot of villains, and
all of
Batman's villains are good.
Villains are great. Like Condiment King, come on.
Don't
I
talk
will
about
absolutely
Condiment King. He's
talk about
fantastic.
Condiment King. He's amazing.
Can't diss Condiment King.
Condiment King is amazing. Kite Man.
And Kite Man.
Amazing. Kite Man.
Kite Man!
Do you watch any of the animated Harley Quinn series?
I still have not.
It's really funny. And they made Kite Man like a main character, and he's just the dumbass. but he's like he's
a dumbass.
Well.
Kite Man.
And yeah, it's fantastic.
I will never get over the animated series Batman with the card suite kids.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember their names.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ace of Spades is the one I always remember. Ace, and she's a little girl. And she has so much power, and she's just crying alone, and then Batman comes to save her, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It's funny, though, because people have been talking about, like, well, in the next, like, because I guess people don't really give a shit about whatever the other Batman's going to be. We're all just concerned with what's going on with Robert Pattinson, so people are like, who's going to be the bad guy in the next one? And I guarantee you I know the answer to that. It's going to be Hush. It has to be Hush. Because do you remember in the first one, there's a passing reference to Hush, because they talk about Thomas Wayne, and he was doing some business with a reporter whose name was something Elliot. Because Hush is Thomas Elliot. So that was his dad that Thomas Wayne was dealing with. They literally, because Eng gets in that moment where it's one of the Riddler videos and he's talking about it, they literally, because it's like he's trying to pay this reporter hush money, and they literally flash in giant letters the words hush on screen. So I'm like, I think they're gonna do Hush in the next one.
Hush should be an interesting
Hush in live action.
Husk.
They did. I remember him in the Arkham games, which was a whole other thing.
He's done live action. Who we had in
Penguin, Scarecrow, Riddler, Two-Face, Joker, Poison Ivy, Bane, Victor Zsasz technically was in Batman Begins, but like kind of not. He was like briefly. He was there.
He was there.
Shit, who else?
Was Mr. Freeze there? I feel like Mr. Freeze has been in one of them.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot
the
about
really
that.
bad, the
That's
really bad
why.
one, but it's kind of fun.
The bad ones.
And yeah,
Oh, God.
that would have been.
Condiment King. Can we have just a guest
I would
appearance of
love it
Condiment
if they
King?
put
in the
Condiment
next
King
one?
in the
Just
Robert
have him there.
Pattinson universe. Because it's so
Robert
over
versus
the top,
Condiment.
dark and gritty, and just having someone with just
Condiment King.
squirts ketchup at him.
Condiment King! Oh,
Actually,
God.
this begs
I
the
want
question:
that now so
if
badly.
out of all the villains that they haven't used yet in live action, who would you put in there? Because I know my answer, but I want to hear yours. Yeah.
Man-Bat.
Man-Bat. Man-Bat's cool.
Man-Bat. Man-Bat.
I think they
I
need to
want
do
that.
Hugo Strange. Because I think Hugo Strange.
Have they not done Strange?
They
I thought they did
Hugo
him.
Strange was one of the main villains in Batman Arkham City, but he's not been in any of the live action movies, as far as I'm aware.
Pretty sure he was. I think he was one of those ones that he was like.
Yeah, he might
He's
have been
there.
one of them, and I just forget, but I'm pretty sure they have not done Hugo Strange in live action.
Let's see if I can find it. Hugo Strange.
Wasn't I think Hugo
action.
Strange was the very first Batman villain?
He is one of the oldest. Yes. I know why I'm thinking of it. Hugo Strange is in Gotham.
That's right, he was. Which, yeah.
So he's he. I want to say
Yeah,
he kind
if
of
we're counting
counts.
television, then yes. But I also never watched.
If we count
Gotham,
TV series,
apart from like
I watched like an
yeah,
episode or
it's the
two.
same. I watched about an episode or two, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Is there? Oh God, yeah. That would be an interesting one. That would make sense as well, including the Hush thing, for the end of
Well, because it's
the Robert Pattinson Batman. Because he's talking to someone we don't know who.
Oh, you
he's
mean
gone.
at the end?
Oh, you're back.
Well, that was
Yeah, because a lot of people thought it was
is
Joker.
Yeah, they confirmed
It is
that
Joker. They did
that's,
confirm it was
'cause
Joker.
They revealed it in a really weird way, but they basically showed there's a deleted scene where Batman talks with Joker.
I didn't watch the deleted scenes.
That's like I get why they cut it, because it's basically just him talk. It's basically the implication from that scene is that Batman and Joker, they've already met and he's already put him in prison, and he's like basically
One of the umpteenth times.
And he's like going to him for like, hey, what do you figure about the Riddler? And it's actually a really interesting scene, but like I get why it's kind of inconsequential. Yeah,
It's
I get
understand
why
why
they
they
cut it,
didn't
but
cut
yeah,
it.
that specifically is Joker. Yeah.
So it was Joker, okay. But like Hugo Strange would be interesting. Hush, I'm gonna agree with you. That makes a lot of sense having him in there. Because do we know if there's going to be 3 Robert Pattinson movies again?
I get the sense that they're probably going to do 3. Because
Because if that's the case, I could see them leading up to
That would be
Hush in the
interesting.
3rd one.
Because like I feel like
Like having it foreshadow in the 1st and the 2nd,
yeah,
and then
I feel like they're either
bringing
going to
him
do
in.
that, or they're going to basically. I think what they're going to do is I think they're going to save Joker for the last one. Because I feel like
Have
you
Joker
kind
escape,
of
have him
can't
in the end.
have the Batman universe introduce Joker and then just kind of have them never really. But the interesting thing about the Robert Pattinson movies was that like instead of kind of having, like they had a villain who was like the main villain, but they had a bunch of the other villains as like side characters. Like they had Catwoman and Penguin, were also fairly prominent characters
They were-
in it.
They were there.
And are clearly
But
going to keep going.
That's the thing about Batman. There's so many villains, and again, Batman alone. Having at least some of them there as just characters and having the world alive makes it
Exactly.
that much better.
Like, especially because at first I was like, how are they going to keep focus on all of these characters? And it's like, I really, by making it's because one, the movie's quite long, so they were able to,
Side characters. Bring them in and bring them out. And Batman is so well known for having multiple
Yeah.
film
Because you know what's
universes.
great is that at this point we're actually
That
going to have to now try and keep track of 2 different Batman universes. Because they're rebooting Batman again, because they're rebooting everything. So we're going to have to deal with, like, 2 different versions.
I'm glad it's not Ben Affleck.
I feel bad, because I feel like
really
in another universe, Ben Affleck would actually have been quite a good Batman. And I think, like, he had the potential there, and I think he did as much as he could, but just no one was really... Because, like, did you see I guess the director's cut of the Justice League movie?
I don't even think I watched the Justice League movie all the way through.
It's
I don't think
the
I could
original.
stomach it.
Do not bother. It's trash.
I think I walked in on the ending of both the original and the director's cut multiple times, but I don't think I ever watched it from start to end.
They're vastly different versions. One is like literally like 4 hours long because it's basically made into.
Yep.
It's pretty much split up into a mini series, but it plays as all one long movie. But people are going to try and tell you they're different films, and in a lot of ways they are. But if you actually like look at just the base plot, they're kind of the same things
movie.
basically happen, just with some wildly different purview. It's basically like doing 2 different Mass Effect playthroughs. And it's like, okay, we get to the same same
game,
outcome, but with some
wildly
very different things
different.
going on. And like,
or you're me, you don't realize there's a secret ending, and you find the secret ending first.
Exactly. So,
you have to do the whole ending over again to
Yeah.
complete the goddamn game.
yeah, at this point, I'm kind of just, I'm all in on the Robert Pattinson stuff, and I really don't give a shit. Unless they somehow make it as good as, like, the Arkham games. Like, to me, that's, like,
I don't
yeah,
think they can.
like the animated series, but the thing is, they're not going to do that.
Way more effort.
So,
Yeah. And I feel like they tried to make the animated series with Gotham by introducing all the side characters and all the villains and all that, but it was not.
yeah.
It wasn't. It couldn't live up to the animated series, any of them. Even my favorite, which is wildly hated upon, Batman Beyond.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
the one I
Batman
grew up
Beyond's
with.
pretty great. I've actually, admittedly, I haven't seen much Batman Beyond from what I have. Wait, no. I have not watched the actual series. I've watched the movie, Batman Beyond movie, which has the one with the
That's
famous.
also a good movie.
There's like 2 different versions of how Joker dies because they were like, okay, we can't just shoot him.
Can't do that. Can't do
Wasn't it,
that.
like, that was
Batman does.
was that like was that a reaction to
If
Columbine? I think it was.
I don't
think
remember.
they decided to crack down on
It
the
was so
violence
long
in some
ago.
of the shows because of, I think there was a school shooting.
Oh, that
they're
might
like,
have been it. Yeah,
we
that
can't
that
just
could possibly
have
be it.
Weird, creepy Joker
Can't just
child
shoot
rather
him.
than shoot and kill the Joker.
That would have been fun though. Because again, I haven't watched Batman Beyond in ages, and I was a child watching it. If I remember correctly, Batman Beyond, that Batman wasn't his child. It was the clone of Bruce Wayne.
See, that I don't. I just know it. I know it's
Because Bruce
yeah,
Wayne was
but he
in the
like, super
show.
old.
He was old, and
Yeah,
he
but it
trained the new
wasn't his
Batman.
kid.
And I think there was like a side plot of like the director, the officer director took DNA of Batman and cloned it
Oh.
and made a child out of it. Some weird
I mean,
subplot.
to be fair, Batman's had for a character as standoffish as Batman is, he has a massive family.
He
Well,
just
it's
keeps
funny 'cause,
adopting children. No actual
I
children,
also
just
see
adopts
people saying
children.
that, because like a lot of the Batman movies really try not to have like Robin or the rest of like the Bat family in it. People are actually saying that Robert Pattinson actually needs to have the Bat family. It would be so
That'd be
cute
so
because you can imagine this like
cute.
standoffish emo guy suddenly like, oh, I have to take care of this child. Want to come beat people up in the middle of the night with me? That
That's
would
so
be
cute.
Oh, we've actually we've made time.
We've gone over.
We got talking about
we've been
Batman.
talking
We
for
were
over now.
unfiltered by McBride and or Chris, so they can't
Can't
stop
now.
us.
They
We're gonna
can't
talk
stop
about
us
Batman
now.
because Batman's like one of the only superhero things I'm actually interested and passionate about. So Batman's great.
Batman's great.
Don't care what anybody says.
It's Iron Man,
Yeah.
but better.
Can you name an
He is
Iron Man
better.
villain
It's a billion.
apart from the Mandarin? No.
I know. I can't. I was like,
I
I
probably know at least one or two others.
No. No, I can't. No, because all the ones I can name are also not
Yeah.
specifically Iron Man villains. They're
Yeah.
the Avenger villains. Oh,
think
okay.
of
Now
Iron
before we
Man
go, we
villain.
need to find at least one.
No one can. He was a D-list
Yep.
character before
Besides
the
the
movie came
Mandarin.
out. So like,
Thor?
Iron Man. Yeah, because Thor was the original leader of the Avengers. Iron Man was just there.
I can't think of
Ultron is
Iron Man
technically specifically
villain,
Iron Man's.
Even in the context of the movies.
but I thought Ultron in the comics. I thought
Oh,
Ultron
right,
was
Ultron.
created by Hank Pym, which would technically make him an Ant-Man villain. But I don't actually know how that all came about. So he might be an Iron Man villain.
You're correct, but he became specifically Iron Man's villain because the AI specifically took over Tony Stark's body and suit.
Actually, I can technically name an Iron Man villain if we're talking about the Civil War series. Then technically Captain America.
I killed a lot of Harpers.
There's also some here listed, Whiplash,
okay, I
who
do
we did
remember
see, and I think it was
Whiplash
that
'cause
Iron Man 2.
that was
Whiplash.
Mickey Rourke, right? In the movie.
Ironmonger was the first movie.
Ah.
Yeah, that thing actually had a name. Then we knew about the Mandarin. Justin Hammer? The hell's Justin Hammer?
Justin Hammer was in Iron Man 2.
Shit, he
God damn,
was.
why am I suddenly remembering Iron Man 2?
We don't want to talk about that. Alright, here's one now I'm excited for. I don't know. Madame Mask, the daughter of Count
Well, that sounds
Neferia. She hides her scarred face behind a golden mask. Mad Pharaoh, an ancient Egyptian pharaoh awakened in modern times. Alright, I'm entertained by that.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. There's also one here that I'm not clicking. I refuse. It says
Oh,
Fing Fang
I've heard
Foom.
about Fing Fang Foom.
I'm not gonna touch
Admittedly,
that.
I have,
That
yeah.
sounds like a
It
bombshell
does.
waiting to go off. So I hope you guys enjoyed episode 159 of the JT Radio Podcast with the Blanket Buddies. Blanket Buddies. As we talk about all the stupid shit like blankets and
Mostly Batman.
Mostly
We
Batman. I'm pretty
we
sure
went
the
on a
last 20
Batman
minutes was
tangent.
Batman. Comment down below who your favorite Batman villain is, and tell me
Yeah.
why it's Condiment King, because we all know
Shit,
it's
who is your
Condiment King.
favorite Batman villain?
It's Condiment King.
Alright.
No, it's Harley Quinn.
Why did I? Yeah, of course it is. Harley Quinn's great. Shit,
It's Harley Quinn, and then it is Condiment
mean,
King.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
Condiment
he
King,
does
come on.
win.
um,
It's Condiment King, and then it's actually the
Penguin's
Penguin.
pretty great.
Penguin just makes me laugh, and then Man Bat.
Yeah.
Man Bat's always cool. Man Bat. That's why I want live
Shit,
action
I asked
Man
the
Bat.
question now. I'm like, shit, who is my? Because like, I really don't want to
Who's
say
your
Joker
favorite
because it's
Batman
such a
villain?
basic bitch answer. But like,
He's
I think it's gotta be
cool.
Joker.
It's cool. There's nothing wrong with Joker. He's a very well thought out villain.
He's also, I think, He's very oversaturated.
He is extremely oversaturated.
But
That's who I was thinking of when I thought of the one we were talking about earlier. My brain's gone. I want to call him Woo, but I'm thinking Jurassic Park. I was thinking of Ra's al Ghul
Ra's al Ghul.
in the movie. I'm like, I was like, didn't we have him? No, it was Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al
Ghul.
Ghul. Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul.
Anyway.
Who the fuck is Professor Pig? Anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
Professor
let's
Pig is
stop
fun.
looking at Batman villains because I'm I've never
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Professor
He's an
Pig.
interesting...
The icon is just a
Yep.
little pig.
He's a fun one. Anyway, will you just stop? Or we will keep going for 10
We're
to
gonna
20 more
stop.
minutes.
We're just gonna keep talking. Anyways, as I said, don't forget to check out the gaming channel. There's lots of spooky going on. There's, I think, at least one more spooky episode coming out before
There'll be a
Halloween,
couple.
if not
'cause
two.
I think we're behind on our Dead Space by a couple episodes, so...
It's just
Yeah.
still gonna come out on Tuesdays, though. Yeah, you got Dead Space is still not done. I think there's an audio problem going on.
Figure that out once we...
Yeah, there's an audio problem. We've got Pokemans. I know you all love Depression for some ungodly reason. All 5,000 views of it. The short I made about Depression, the lizard that I picked for the beginning of Sword, got 5,000 views in 2 hours.
Whoa!
I picked Depression. We picked Depression. So yeah, we got a lot of spooky coming out. We got a lot of Pokemon. We got Mass Effect, which is coming to an end. We're just mopping up loyalty quests. Dead Space, I think, is being fixed. Probably not this week, but next week.
Yeah, Dead Space, we only have like 2 to 3 episodes left.
Slime is still here, though it's every other week. I cannot kidnap Chris because they're sick now for farming, so there's no farming yet. And we're playing banjo on Sundays because So we'll see you all next week on the podcast. Hopefully there's more than us. If not, we'll do more
Indeed.
blanket buddies. Until then, do all the things. Do the things to make the algorithm happy. Lick those buttons. They're delicious.
Bye-bye!
Bye!